I'm gonna cover a bit quickly the plugins in this bundle by Universal Audio. I'm not gonna cover all of them because I already covered a bit more in depth the LA2A plugin, compressor, limiter, also the Pultec EQ collection. I already covered that plugin here in the channel, or those plugins, and you can find the links down below as well for those. But I'm gonna check out the other ones that I haven't covered here on the channel. So this is first the Century Tube channel strip. It's great. This tube preamp, equalizer, and compressor, it's super cool. I'm gonna show you in a moment on some drums, right? So you have the tube preamp here, low, high. With the level you increase, of course, the saturation of the preamp with analog coloration and stuff like that. A high pass pad, right? And also phase flip. The equalizer, you have highs, you have mids, and you have lows. You turn it on and turn it off. Turned it off, sorry. And the compressor, it's just one knob, right? The more you increase this knob, the more compression you get, and it's super cool, the compression. Let me show you that right now. Right? I immediately hear a bit of saturation due to the preamp in the snare. Check it out. Cleaner. Probably the kick drum as well. So let's okay. Great. And let's use the compressor. Yeah. Right? Super cool compressor. With just one knob, you don't need a lot more, much more than that. And also an EQ, some highs. We need to turn it on here. Some lows. These frequencies are fixed though. 110 on the lows, 10K on the highs, and here in the mids you can choose the frequency range. Squeezing the drums, right? Pretty cool. Let's move on with the next one here. Also on drums, yeah, the tape saturation, right? This one has different. The IPS is the speed of the tape. Also, you have two EQ algorithms and the input and output. Of course, I recommend you to, when you increase the input, you decrease the output as well. It would be cool to have like a link between these two knobs, because it's important to compensate the overall volume when you apply the tape saturation. Let's do that here. Right, they need to be like seeing each other, the knobs, right? To really like listen to the difference. Listen to the subtle distortion. Okay, EQ, slower speed. Right, you can use tape saturation on many instruments, drums, vocals, synthesizers, and as saturation is another way of compression, right? A bit more aggressive than compression, but still very musical to use a bit of saturation here and there, and not overdoing it, of course. And of course, if you want that, if you are trying to achieve something with overusing the saturation, that's okay. But a bit of saturation here and there makes a huge difference. Let's take a listen to the other plugin. It's the Galaxy Tape Echo. This is an emulation of a Roland Tape Echo machine with a spring reverb. Let's listen to some audios here on these guitars. Before, so completely dry. We can solo the effect of the tape echo itself. You will hear some fluctuations, right? There you can hear the spring reverb. Right, the springs. Echo rate, feedback bass, echo volume, echo panning, treble, and so it's a combination of echoes and reverb. Let's listen to some presets here. Right? Alright, let's pan it left in the center. Right? That's the Galaxy Tape Echo. Let's go with the other one here. Let's check it out on vocals. Oh yeah, on vocals. The Pure Plate Reverb, created by Universal Audio as well. And yeah, this is basically a plate reverb. If you know plate reverbs, they have I prefer plates than spring reverbs. They can have different applications, but the plate reverbs, I like to use them on the snare, on vocals, clean guitars, for instance. I think they are more lush sounding, and yeah, let's take a listen to some audios here.
Empty eyes are still wide open, silent voices calling.
You can also listen only to the wetness of the reverb.
Empty eyes are still wide open.
You have bass and treble.
Empty eyes are still wide open, silent.
You can make the reverb a bit brighter, right? And you can also high pass or low cut the reverb itself, which I find very useful to make the reverb itself thinner, so that it doesn't conflict with other low-end instruments. Pre-delay.
Voices calling, so hard to breathe, I'm choking.
Level, balance, panning.
Eyes are still wide open,
and the time, right? Slower.
Empty eyes are still wide open. Silent voices calling. So hard to breathe, I'm choking.
Before.
What's the point of feeling something? Empty
Drum
eyes
bass.
are still wide open. Silent voices calling.
So yeah, that's the plate reverb, pure plate reverb it's called. And finally, let's check out the PolyMAX synthesizer. It's a vintage inspired synthesizer as well that involves many different things like oscillators 1 and 2, filters, low frequency oscillators, also envelope, of course, amplifier, arpeggiator, which I love to have arpeggiators here on synthesizers, modulation effects such as phaser, flanger, chorus, special effects such as delay, spring, reverb and hall reverb, and many great presets, right? Let's take a listen to some audio examples. I love this synthesizer. The arpeggiator. Right. Let's check out some categories here. Strings. Monophonic. Polyphonic. Great quality, of course, right? What other genres, type? Polyphonic pads. I love pads. Beautiful. Great synthesizer. 11 plugins for $49, right? Talk about huge deals these times. In order for you to be eligible for this bundle, you need to get the LA2A tube compressor, which is free, right? And this promotion, it's available till the end date of this month, October 31st. Also, by the way, you're gonna get another one, because when you purchase something here at Plugin Boutique, you always get a freebie in any purchase, and you're gonna get the Pure Limiter by Sonible.